Greeting everyone. Today we have Crystal Coach from Sweden, Stockholm, and I'm your host Daulat Taylorswala from Hyderabad, Pakistan. Our interview series supported by Rehan Allahwala and our show name Impact and Peace interview series. And now I'm going to ask my first question with my guest, Crystal Coach. Where were you? Who were surrounded with that inspired you to do what you do today?
Sorry, who were inspired me to do what I'm doing today?
I repeat again my question.
Yes,
Yeah.
please repeat
Where
it.
were you? Okay. Where were you? Who were surrounded with that inspired you to do what you do today?
Uh, what inspired me to do what I'm doing today? I should
First,
say,
first, first explain where were you that
uh,
inspired you
I
to
can
do
say
what you do
it's,
today.
yeah, I was working at the company. I was working at IBM as a project manager and team leader. And I noticed that people were like uncertain about their job roles, about communication, how to um, com- how to be to each other. And some of the projects I were involved in was the knowledge transfer to India. And when I noticed that people are coming from abroad to a new country, Sweden, and when they should collaborate, they left their families, they missed their families, and the people in Sweden who should do the knowledge transfer, they were afraid of losing their jobs because the knowledge transfer was going on then to India for they should take over in Bangalore. And the people, Swedish people, they needed to find something else to focus on instead of the negative parts with losing their jobs. So I started to see if they could do something else. And all people, they have different kind of strengths and talents and so on. So also having dreams. So I said to them, it's an opportunity for you to do what you want. You want to continue to work within IBM, maybe you can find something else to work with. And then they started to work as solution experts, like going into projects and do the translation and use the language for making projects to run smoother than just keep on maintaining the current solutions which should be transferred. So it went quite successful, and when I decided to talk to the people also about their families, their fears, their anxiousness, and everything which is related to the soft parts in life, not only the hard parts, I understood that in all kind of change processes, it's about finding a new creative way to look at the future in a positive way. So for me, it was like this is so much needed. People really need this kind of coaching and talking about the reality and see what can we do from here to the next part. So that was a natural process. That was when I started up noticing I really like to work with people and not with the IT, even if I was a IT solution expert and I had an education in SAP. So I was a SAP consultant and I worked with deeply in the systems as well. But I thought it was more interesting to talk and coach people.
Thank you so much. You explained very well where were you, who were surrounded with that inspired you to do well-being career coaching for people who want to scale in their professional life. Thank you so much, Kristen. Here is my follow-up question with you. Here is my follow-up question with you. Why you left IBM?
It was actually because of the knowledge transfer and the reduction of people at the company. So I had an opportunity. I got actually a job as an innovation practitioner, and my new manager would be in Belgium, a part of Europe, and but it was politics, internal politics. My manager said, no, we can't let him go there. He is part of the program for the layoffs. And then I was thinking, what will I do if I can't take that job? And they are still talking on the high level politics. I don't like that kind of politics. So I just said, okay, I will leave the company. I got some money, 6 months paid, and then I just left the company, started up my own company again. And the reason I left was I never want to stay at the work and don't feel that my managers want to have me there. Then I always look, okay, if I'm not needed here in this position and they have this kind of politics, then I leave, because it's about dignity, it's about my self esteem, self trust. I want to feel my value. So I have values I am following, and then I decided to start up my own company again. And I started as a community coach in a rural area. I created a solution, used something called Grouply at that time. It was before Facebook were introduced to the stock market. So, but that solution was working very well, but in some way it was bought up and laid down. So yeah, so but I had a very good time. I traveled to USA with 4 students, 2 teachers, because I created a solution where they could put in um, their ideas, their thoughts about the future, their dreams, and so on, and interact with each other. So it was 3 schools interacting with each other through that platform. And it was quite successful, I should say, because we also got money to go to the World Children's Festival, so which was part of the International Child Art Foundation. So I become the Swedish representative because of using IT, the platform I told you about, and also creativity.
Thank you so much, Crystal. You have explained very well why you left IBM. Uh, I just listen very keenly. You tell us how an individual who cannot left their job in any multinational organization or any corporate organization, so how they can handle internal politics.
I think the most important is to create good relations and good relationship with your manager, because the manager is in the same situation. Because if you want to come up to the top of the company, you need to do a good job. You need to follow the formal way of communication, and don't try to work against the plan which they have on the top management, so to say. You need to make good work and be good in your communication. So even if it's hard with the politics, you have to accept, respect, but do the best for creating and keeping your own value within the organization. And if it was, for example, in my position, I couldn't change my manager's way of doing his work. I had to accept, okay, he is working, he has responsibility, he has some people he must make sure they are leaving the company. He is not allowed to negotiate with another line of business and that manager and so on. So instead of fighting against, I was thinking, how can I do something which is positive, doing and going forward? I become later a business partner to IBM as well, and was talking. I was on meetings and did my best to still keep on doing a good job and work as on my own. So I think it's
Thank you so
important to
much.
keep a good communication. Don't neglect your own values, but be open about them. Talk to your manager, talk to people, and always start to talk to the manager. Never start gossiping. Never start a process where you're complaining between the workers, blah, blah, blah. That is the worst you can do, I should say, because that is making the situation even worse for the company, for your manager, for yourself, and you will leave in a bad mood instead of living in a good way and say this is the part of the what to say development and the process. It's actually international business we are talking about, and if it's more cheap with the workers in another country, then they go there. It's an opportunity for them to grow and start up. So I think it's natural.
Thank you so much. You explained very well how someone can handle internal politics within a corporate or any multinational company. So here you define that can I summarize little one. We need to communicate very well with our manager, and we need to be positive always, and we need to create maximum level of value. So organization need us more than him. So here is my next question: is how you start your day?
Oh, my days start quite early. I think about what are the things I shall do today, a prayer for the day that it shall go to the best for me and for the people I'm working and meeting during the day. I go up and make sure to brush my teeth and do the personal things first, and then I take my dogs, or it's not mine, my daughter's dogs. I take them out so they are calm, they can do their things. And then I go back and then give them breakfast, eat my breakfast. And then I start to interact little with the people I am interacting with, because it's so important to keep the relationships and see is there anyone of my clients who needs something and so on. So that is the most important. And then I have my day agenda and make sure that everything is working. I'm a little bit annoyed because we were delayed. I don't like delays. I thought that 10 minutes to start up Facebook and be online with my laptop would be okay. But it took 20 minutes, and now I use my mobile instead of the laptop. But it's working. And that's my start up, I should say. Eat a healthy breakfast, take a walk with the dogs.
Uh, Very great start with your day, and you taught us how an individual can start their day and then go for their professional life. And here's my next question: is what are you grateful for?
I am grateful for, first of all, that you invited me to this interview. And I am always grateful for people and the communication, the interaction, creating relationships, and for the people who are supporting me and my clients, because we can't fix things by ourselves. We need other people, and it's in a collaboration we can create good solutions. So I'm always grateful for interacting and helpful people who have the same positive attitude for the future and don't say this is impossible. They say like it's possible. I will see what I can do for you or someone else. I'm grateful for one of my contacts, my clients got a contract today for an apartment. The client had been denied for a long time because of old financial problems. But this real estate company was saying we look at the current situation and knows, and that contact knows me because I am a good payer. I always do the right things. I have the values.
Thank you so much. You explain very well how people need to uh, grateful for their clients, their friends, because they are important in our life. Here, my next question with you is: what are the objective and what do you want to achieve in your life?
Uh, what I want to achieve in my life as long as I'm living, that keep on working, inspiring people and make them to feel that they are growing, that they are feeling well, that they are happy, that they are following their dreams, that they have positive goals and going forward. And the same for me, I want to have this kind of positive connection with people. So that is so important for me.
Thank
I
you.
will change room because I have two dogs playing here, and they might disturb the connection. So I change place now. So I walked into another room, so I had to leave them
it's,
out.
per- it's perfect. Okay, here I summarize what you just said. You said you want to achieve to help people how they can build their career by well-being coach. So, in here my keen question with you: how individual can build their career by help of your coaching?
How a client can be helped by my help of the coaching.
How any individual who want well-being coach from you, how you can help them to expect, or how you can help them to grow in their interest.
Okay, that is first of all, it's about them. I am asking the client questions. What are their dreams? What are their passion? What are their um, talents, their strengths? What is important for them? And the more I get to know about the client, I can help them to set up a strategy for the future with positive goals. And it's also about uh, take out their intuition and their, I should say, to get access to their energy from within. So their values, what are they doing if they are not getting paid, for example? And the next step we'll see from that kind of passion, which what they would do without getting paid. How can they come into that area, because there are always possibilities. I will give one example. I was working then at IBM and I was running a creative workshop. And when I brought up those things, I asked, what are you doing when you are not working? What do you like to? And one of the employees told me then, I like boats. I will go and to the exhibition with boats. What if you would go around there and search for a job at one of those companies, because that is something you would love to work with, as I understand. Is that correct? You would love to work with boats and have a possibility to come. Yeah, she said. And that was opening up a new path of a new career path, which she could follow. And she was really happy to start up and doing that. I have been coaching people in prisons. They are very creative in doing different kind of crimes. They can have the courage to do almost everything to get the drugs and so on, and the money, and to show off as they are very good. And now one of my clients was working at restaurants. He wanted to be a chef, working with um as a chef at restaurants, but he started to work with dishwashing, and then he realized it's a lot of alcohol within the restaurant business, so he chose to leave, and now he is searching for a warehouse job instead. So that is a change of career based on your talents. If you are creative, you can come up with things, and if you really want something and you like it. And he took the truck license, and he said, I want to work and driving a truck, a forklift, I mean. And now he has got his forklift license, and he is working, starting up to work now at the warehouse, and he is very happy. And he has got a child. He become a parent, a dad, and so on. And this was starting many years ago. So it's about following the dreams, make them aware of what their dreams and their passion, their talent, their strength, and follow that path and get it step by step and build. And start today. I used to say, what can you start with today? And it can be a simple thing like waking up 1-2 hours earlier than you used to do. Into internet and check what is based on your own dreams and interests, and start to learn. See if you can take something. So it's very small, simple steps you can start with, and then build from there.
Thank you. You explain very well. A person need to follow their passion, their ikigai, so they can enjoy their work, and they need to do what they love to do. Here, my
Yeah.
next follow-up question. Here is my next follow-up question with you. If someone is hand to mouth and have and struggling for kitchen income, how they can follow their passion? Because to to accelerate in their passion and to enjoy their passion, they need to first their kitchen income sort out. So how these type of people can pursue their passion, can pursue their ikigai?
If I understand you right, you need the money, so you need a work which you're not so keen on to work with, but you want to follow your passion. And how to do that? Was it correct?
My question is, if someone is hand to mouth and struggling for kitchen income, okay, you
Yeah.
understand?
The kitchen income. What
Uh,
is kitchen income? Is that just for the food or?
just just for food, shelter, or some clothes.
Okay, I understand. Yeah, for doing this change, you need to think that you need to do double. You need to keep going so you can survive and get the money. And then instead of go to bed, you might use some hours in the evening or in the morning. You need to keep on with the study and your dreams. You know, I have two daughters. They are grown up, 30 and 33. I was working. I had very demanding jobs, but during the nights I was interacting with people. I was attending IBM's internal schools. I was interested in innovation. I was interested in talking to people. I become a Blue IQ ambassador. I was learning about different kind of applications at IBM. I was using all kind of brain share things on my free time because I loved to interact with people, and I could see that IT and different kind of applications are so important for collaborating and learning new skills because the world is so big. There are so many people. It was around over 300,000 employees at IBM, and everyone was a click away. For me, it was so easy to learn from other people and interact with other people. I started up groups for sharing knowledge with each other. So I should say you need to work really hard, both the work you have, but also on the future for the future.
Thank you so much, Krister, for explaining very well how individual who are hand to mouth and struggling for kitchen income can start their career. Here is my next question with you. If someone is only have passion to talk more, nothing else, uh, what will you recommend to them?
If they want to talk more, or
If someone have passion to only talk more, to do
oh,
conversation people only, what will you recommending to them as a
that
career coach?
I would say if a person wants to talk more, and the most important is to create good relationships with people. You need to start with show interest in other people, and the best is to join groups. There are LinkedIn groups, there are Facebook groups, and there are groups in many different kind of platforms. And the platforms in itself, you can use TikTok. It's very easy to interact and get more knowledge and see how people are interacting with each other. And uh, start with giving, start with asking, start with learning from others. And if you have something to share, be open to share it as well, because people always like to share what they know and see people grow and be positive. And I also used to say social media, focus on the social, not to be antisocial, because if you are afraid of something, maybe you should get a mentor, get a coach, follow role models. Who are your role models? Who do you want to follow? Because especially if it's young people, they need to have mentors. They need to have someone they are following, and they have to choose their friends wisely, I should say, because we become um, more or less similar to the five people we are having closest to us. So choose your friends wisely. Don't get into some kind of bad lifestyle. I used to talk a lot about the lifestyle, that you need to have a lifestyle which is supporting you long term, so it's sustainable, and also find your place. Get to know yourself. I would also like to say it's really important to know what you are afraid of. Challenge yourself. Don't be afraid of challenge yourself for what you are afraid of, because I will give two examples. One is that I was afraid of talking in front of groups of people. I took a course, 16 hours, just to do taking the stage and how to communicate. And that was really good. I chose to become a swim trainer. I was afraid of water. I have been a swim trainer for children, uh, and I could hardly swim. I was too afraid of water. So I started to learn how to do the crawling and backstroke and breaststroke. The butterfly is not my thing, I noticed. But you need to challenge yourself. It's so important.
Thank you so much, Krista Coach, for sharing your wisdom and life story with my audience. And here is my last question with you. Then we wrap up our show. How likely is that you will recommend our peace interview series to your friends or colleagues? And how was your experience with on my show?
I think it was very good questions you have on this show, and it also tells that you really know what you're talking about. So my feedback is also that you are you have such special skills and interest, and your passion was shown through this interview, which I think is so important, and that gives a good energy. in this interview, which I want to say give good feedback to, and I will share it. Of course, I really like it, and I would also say it's visible how hard it can be to start up something because of the technology. Then we need to find other solutions. So we keep going no matter what. So that was very good that you did. And you could said, no, I don't have time now. And then just say we take it another day or something. So thanks for having this interview. It was very good for me. The overall experience was very positive. Thanks a lot.
Great. I show a lot of gratitude towards you, Crystal Coach, because you did great job for me because you share a wisdom that will help me to grow in my career and my personal life also. Thank you so much for coming here and a lot of others students of Rehan School Korangi campus, so they will also grow in their life. How can we help you?
I think this is a help, and when we share, sharing is caring. It's an old word, but the more we share with each other and can tell what we are doing and what we experience, I think that is the best way of helping. So, because people will see, people will learn, people will connect, and they will think. And my goal, my vision is that more people care about each other and help each other, so that is the best I can say. So I am very thankful.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Christus Coach. Thank you so much. Goodbye and getting for everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.